Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to film today because I am trying out the new Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. Now, if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I really like the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I got mine in the shade 8.75, which is described as dark with golden undertones. I'm curious as to why this foundation was released in the fall 2016 collection when it's more of a summer foundation. Given all of the things that it says that it is, I don't see how this is a fall foundation. Kind of feel like it should have been released in the beginning of the summer versus like almost to August. And I say that because it's a full coverage foundation, long wearing, a matte finish, waterproof, oil free, all of the things that you would want if you're an oily skin person in the summertime. In the wintertime, my skin isn't as oily, so I go for more like dewy foundations, but I do set it with a powder. So I don't know, that's just my personal preference. Probably for some oily people, even though it's wintertime, you're still super oily, so this might be beneficial to you, but it just seems like a summer foundation. I don't know. Now this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. There is definitely a package difference, but I mean, you can tell that it's from the same company. Now I wasn't a fan of this foundation because it creased in my smile lines, and also the color match was very odd. When I went into Sephora, they matched me to the shade number 9, and then when I got home, and it was too dark for me. So I went back to get the shade number 8, which is a little red. Both 8 and 9 are a little red on me. So about a few months ago, Urban Decay did release new shades, and one of the new shades was the shade 8.75. So the shade that I got in this foundation. So I'm hoping that it matches me really well. I did swatch it on the back of my hand right when I got it, and it was a little on the yellow side. It kind of reminded me of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. And it also reminds me of the L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation because it did dry. And also on the website, they actually tell you that there's no need to build the coverage. That puts me in the frame of mind that this foundation is going to dry really quickly when it comes to like adding under eye concealer and stuff. So when I swatched this on the back of my hand, I did blend it in because I wanted to see the kind of texture that it had, and it dried on my hand to that powder texture. So I'm hoping that I'm still able to layer concealer on top. Another thing that I noticed was that nowhere on the foundation or the foundation box does it say that it's non-comedogenic or dermatologist tested. And usually those two things kind of tell me if it's gonna break out my skin or not, and they don't say either one. But I probably won't be able to tell if this foundation breaks me out from this one video. It will probably be an over time kind of thing. This foundation comes in 24 shades, but you will most likely have to go in store to get color matched because there's not a lot of swatches on Google because this is a new foundation. I saw a tweet from Urban Decay answering a question from somebody that asked them if the Naked Skin foundation shades are the same, and the answer was yes. So if you already been matched to the Naked Skin foundation, it should be the same shade. The foundation is $40, and I ordered it from urbandecay.com, and I signed up for the email list, so they sent me a 10% off coupon code. I will insert a video right now on where you can go on the website to sign up for the email list. And I also got free shipping for signing up for the Urban Decay Beauty Junkie program. So with both the 10% off code and then free shipping, my foundation came to $36 plus tax. It was $39.33. This foundation is a 1 fluid ounce foundation, which is a typical size for a foundation. There is also a 6-month expiration date on this foundation, which I brought up on my Snapchat. Most foundations have a 12-month expiration date. Now, one way that you can kind of get around the 6-month expiration date is if you keep it out of sunlight, like you keep it in a drawer or something so that it's not exposed to the heat and the light. Make sure that when you're done with the foundation, you do put the lid back on. So those are two things that you can do to kind of get around it, but still 6 months I feel like is a short time. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the foundation. I'm going to use the Beauty Blender for this side of my face, and I'm going to use the Urban Decay Good Karma Optical Blurring Brush. Now I usually use the Morphe M439 brush, but that brush is dirty, and I also wanted to test an actual Urban Decay brush paired with the foundation. Now it is out of stock on the Urban Decay website, but it's still available on Sephora.com for $26. One of the benefits to this brush is that it's vegan, and you can use it with liquid, cream, or powder foundation. So I'm going to test it out to see if I like it with the foundation. So I'm not gonna shake it up because it doesn't tell me that I have to. So I'm just going to pump. I think I'm gonna do 1.5. That's good. I think I'm gonna insert right here a swatch comparison between the Urban Decay Naked Skin in the shade 8 and this in the shade 8.75, just to give you guys a shade comparison. So it definitely dries down to almost like a powder, like no shine. So I'm gonna try to build it up on my chin and just see what happens. It did build up nicely. It doesn't look cakey on my chin or anything. I'm going to zoom you guys in on my nose because a little dry patch right here on my nose, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. You can kind of see right here, my skin kind of flaking up. You see it? So if you have dry skin, I'm not quite sure if you should try out this foundation. I guess you could still give it a try, but it does accentuate the dry patch that I did have. But overall, I really like the finish of this foundation. It is quite yellow, definitely yellow on camera, but it matches me exactly because I have a yellow undertone. I'm not gonna set my foundation with powder, I don't think, only because it dried to a powder finish. But I am going to go ahead and jump into the get ready with me part of the video so you guys can see all of the other products that I'm going to put on my face. Okay, so this foundation is a lot like the L'Oreal Pro Matte foundation. Like, I was comparing it before I tried it, and it is a lot like it in the sense of when I'm applying it, it pretty much dries while I'm applying it. Make sure that if you want to apply a cream on top of this foundation that you move quickly. That's the only downside that I've seen so far with this foundation, but that's not a deterring factor for me personally. Now, I am going to try to leave this foundation on all day to see if it has that all-nighter foundation wear or all day. Now, they were a little nifty by not telling you on the box how many hours of wear you're going to get with the foundation. It just says coverage that lasts all day, and then in parentheses, or all night. So we're gonna see how this foundation wears throughout the day. It is now 9:41 a.m. Like my other foundation first impression videos, I am going to do check-ins throughout the day so you guys can see how the foundation is wearing. So just keep on watching. So it's 12:35 p.m. and I do see like a little creasing in my smile lines, but nothing too major. I'm actually really liking it. The foundations that have more of a matte finish, when they crease in your smile lines, it's not as noticeable as the foundations that have a dewy finish. I'm not oily on any of the places that I'm usually oily, so that's a plus. So you guys, my dad really wants to be in my videos. Let's go see. Daddy, say hello to the camera. Since you've been wanting to be on the video, let's show them what you're doing.
I'm gonna bring him in this messy kitchen. It's not. So, anyway, this is my time. Mama was talking, Daddy's talking now. My time. So, anyway, what I'm doing is, stay right there. I'm getting ready to cook my daughter the fried catfish. Right now, I have the canola oil, warming up. So not only am I getting ready to cook her catfish, but getting ready to cook some baked beans. We start with bushes, and with the bushes, you gotta have Sweet Baby Ray's, the original barbecue sauce. Other ingredients is a family recipe that I'm not gonna tell you guys about, but other little stuff in the baked beans. So that's what I'm doing. You can hear Future in the background. I have to have some type of music in the background to get me, you know, keep me in the groove. Got the batter to season up the fish along with other seasonings. Family recipe. Can't tell you guys, so hey, sorry. But so that's what I'm doing.
How cool is that, guys? So he finally got a chance to be in the video.
Dad's in the house.
Let's be on here together.
Dad's in the house.
Can y'all see the resemblance? My lovely father. So he finally got a chance to be in my video. He's been talking about this for weeks now. So yay! All right, so I'll see you guys in my next check-in. All right, you guys, so it is currently 9:20 p.m. exactly. So about 12 hours I did it. I'm so proud of myself. This foundation held up really well for 12 hours. I did get oily in my usual spots, a little bit on my chin, a little bit right here, and a little bit on my forehead area. My lights are making me seem a little more oily than I actually am in person. It's a nice sheen to my face as opposed to just oiliness. Some foundations, when they get oily, it's like really nasty and like not cute. But this has a really nice wear to it. Now it claims to be a long wearing foundation, and it is a long wearing foundation. I bet if I paired this foundation with the All Nighter setting spray, it would be like perfect. I really like this foundation, but I have to say that it's a dupe for the L'Oreal Pro Matte foundation. The shades that I have in both of these foundations are pretty much identical. This one might be a little more yellow than this one. They both have that same like powder finish when it dries. They both have similar wear times. So I would recommend this to someone who first off likes high-end foundations, and second, the Pro Matte foundation has 12 shades and the Urban Decay has 24 shades. So it's double the amount, so you should be able to find your foundation shade. This foundation pretty much did everything that it said it was going to do on the box and on the website. It didn't fail me in any of its claims. So because of that, I think I'm going to give this foundation a 10 out of 10. Perfect for oily skin people. This and a little setting powder in like your T-zone and then a setting spray at the end would be perfect to last like if you work really long shifts or if you don't want to have to touch up throughout the day just in general. This is definitely going to be one of those foundations that I keep in my main drawer. I only keep 2 other foundations in my main drawers. That says a lot about this foundation. So this foundation already launched on urbandecay.com, but it's on Sephora, Macy's, Nordstrom, and beauty.com. All of those just online. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to keep yourself updated on my new videos, and I promise I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.